Minecraft has some of the best bugs and glitches in the gaming world, and this year has been no exception. It's time we take a look back at some of the weirdest Minecraft glitches of 2023, everything from game-breaking exploits to mind-bending tricks. It's been a wild year for Minecraft bugs. Let's get into it. This is from a while ago, but it's still one of my favorite bugs. On certain world seeds, you would find these areas with just tons of structures generated on top of each other, and they really generate on top of each other. So this is a pillager outpost that generated like 200 blocks above an ocean monument, on top of a village, on some aquifers, on top of an ocean monument, and there's even a stronghold down there, some buried treasure. What's even weirder is that the ocean floor goes all the way down to Y-52, so we're just a couple blocks above bedrock here, and that means the ocean monument legs are about 100 blocks tall. It's just ridiculous in every way. And this didn't just happen with structures, it also happened with other parts of world generation too, and people found these all over their survival worlds, and some people even play in those worlds still. It's just a wild bit of world generation. This bug is still in the game, but if you go through a nether portal and then sleep right as you're about to be teleported, it's actually going to send you to the wrong coordinates in the nether. You can use this to exploit the game and teleport yourself to the farlands, or up to 30 million blocks out in your Minecraft world. This bug doesn't even negatively affect your Minecraft world. You barely generate any chunks at all doing this, and from my experience, it's never had a bad impact on any world that I played on. So you can go visit the farlands in your survival world in under 20 minutes. It's actually really fun. There's also a really easy way to get on top of the nether roof using this bug. As long as your nether portal is above Y128, that's going to teleport you on top of the nether roof. And as you can see, congratulations! There's no way to escape. Fine, I guess there's a couple ways out. You can take the fast way out, or you can try hoping that there's a cave underneath you and using some chorus fruit to get down. This does actually work sometimes. Or you could just log out and log back in, and then you'll be teleported down. It's fine, but it's really cool to get up here. And why, yes, you can get underneath the nether using this bug as well. Your nether portal just needs to be below Y0, and then when you get over here, you're gonna want an elytra, and hopefully not a lot of lag, otherwise you might just die instantly. You want some slow falling potions for this adventure. But you can actually get down here and fly around, and there is a proper way to escape without dying. You just need to fly against the ceiling and hope that you get a nice little cave, and then you can chorus fruit out of here. If you have any mob farms on Bedrock Edition, then you're probably familiar with Trident killers. These alone are like the best bug on Bedrock Edition, but luckily they're no longer considered a bug by Mojang. But that's not what we're here about. There's actually a bug with the Trident killers where the Tridents are falling down, and oftentimes people think that they're despawning. So if we go into the ground below this Trident killer, you'll see that we have a couple Tridents right here, about 5 or so blocks underneath the surface. And that's not such a big deal, as odd as it is, but there's even more Tridents down here about 30 blocks down. They have no way of getting here. They just manifested down there somehow. This is my testing area where I've designed dozens of different Trident killers, and almost all of the Tridents in this area have glitched down into the ground underneath them. So if you think your Tridents have disappeared, try digging down like 40 blocks. You might find them, you never know. And now for a bug that we all miss dearly, the ability to multi-cure villagers and get 1 emerald discounts. This was one of the best things about villager trading, because you could get anything in the world for 1 stick. You trade a stick for an emerald, and bam, you can get a full set of diamond armor for like 4 sticks. It was amazing, but sadly it has been removed from the game. You can only give them a tiny amount of discounts now, and stacking the villager curing doesn't do anything at all. On a lighter note, if you had a ghost water block that you pushed and pulled a composter in and out of, that would actually appear to visually flood the entire world. A massive graphical glitch, and I still have no idea why or how this happened, but this was a real thing that you could have in Bedrock Edition. And here's an honorable mention, just like this. I don't need to say anything else more. You know what's going on here. Actually, you probably don't, because I don't even know what's going on here, but they're cool to look at. I also made a whole lot more of them in the overworld, so this just, you know what? It's just a really cool bug. I don't need to explain my bugs to you. Oh wait, I did it in the end dimension too. Minecarts and boats are known for being some of the buggiest things in all of Minecraft, and this bug is no exception. For some reason, if you are in a super flat world and you exit a minecart next to some fire, it's going to teleport you down to Y0. And I don't have a good explanation for it, but it's part of the game, so we just have to respect it. I've shown this bug a couple times now, but it's always so fun. So it's a creative only glitch, but if you advance pick block the base of a piston, that's going to give you a plus data piston, and this piston thinks that it's extended. So if you place it down, it'll be automatically extended if it has a power source next to it. And this means that even if it's not powered, it's going to delete any block that is in front of it, including items and stuff like that. This means you can get the piston head to be inside of other blocks, as you can see here, and this just offers up so many different opportunities, because now you can get, you know, pistons inside of obsidian or glass, or you can get pistons inside of other pistons, and it's incredibly cursed. It's one of my favorite bugs on Bedrock Edition. As you might know, sniffer eggs take 20 minutes to hatch, but if you place them on a moss block, then they only take 10 minutes for some reason. Who knows why? Now, these things are movable with pistons, and if you push and pull them over moss blocks, that's actually going to make them hatch much faster, like in a matter of seconds. So once your first egg hatches in this area, the next egg that you place down will be much faster. So the first one might take like 2 minutes, and then the next one will take like 30 seconds. And as you can see, once we've hatched a couple of sniffers in this area, it gets incredibly quick. For some reason, it just stacks up and get faster and faster and faster. So this is a great bug to use if for some reason you want a lot of sniffers. I consider this to be a classic Bedrock Edition bug at this point, but if you have a nether portal and you dispense some powdered snow into it, that's actually going to split the nether portal, and it's just going to give you a nice little line of nether portal tiles right here. Now, this means that you can actually remove the nether portal frame, all of the bits of it, as long as you don't update this portal or remove the obsidian that's right here. This allows for some pretty niche, high-efficiency farms where the mobs spawn directly inside of the nether portal. It's pretty tedious to work with, but it's also just like a really fun thing to have in your Minecraft world. Bear with me, because this bug seems really silly on the surface, but I assure you it's way worse than it seems. So if you push a minecart or a boat upwards with a piston, you can actually teleport them downwards. It's a bit inconsistent, but as you can see, this villager is now down here, and we can actually trade with him. He's like physically down there. And if we move into this area up here, he's actually going to teleport back up. So of course you can use this for elevators if you want. You simply flick a lever and then you'll teleport downwards into the floor, and you know, that's just it. It's a secret entrance basically. So if you do this bug in the bedrock layer, you can actually go through the bedrock to the void, and you can even send mobs down there. And if you turn this into a chest boat, then you can actually send items down there as well. So if we go down underneath the bedrock, as you can see, we got ourselves a pig in a boat. It's amazing. It's a bit glitchy for some reason, but it's really great. So I can't get the boat to work with the player right now, but you can use a minecart to go underneath the bedrock. And fun fact, you don't actually take damage down here until about 8 blocks down or so. So you can actually chill out down here in the void with your little pig friend and tie up the boats with leads even. It's a really fun bug. Just make sure that you have a way to get back up. And Dripleafs are a surprisingly powerful thing in Minecraft Bedrock, because if you place any gravity block on top of them, they're going to shake and shimmer, and this actually allows you to duplicate them. So if you have a dragon egg, you can turn that into infinite dragon eggs, or if you have an anvil, you can turn that into the world's most annoying sound machine. I wasn't lying, it's actually really bad, and don't worry, you can make it worse. You can always make things worse. Bedrock Edition is always known for being able to make things worse. So this works with any gravity block in the game, including dragon eggs, anvils, red sand, regular sand, and any of the concrete powder colors. Now, it only actually duplicates when you unload the chunks or leave the world, so ideally you kind of need to build this in the nether, and overall it's kind of a really bad duplication glitch, but I made a whole separate video on this if you want to know all the specifics. I'd mostly just recommend this for the noise machine and maybe getting a couple extra dragon eggs. You can also make really weird floors out of it, and honestly it's just kind of fun to look at. It's kind of like quicksand, because when you get in here, all the blocks actually push you around, and it's kind of weird. It's weird just how many bugs there are of teleportation in Bedrock Edition, but here's another. If you have a bunch of pistons activating, like in a cobblestone generator, then they can just teleport you thousands of blocks away for literally no reason whatsoever. This has happened to so many people with their moss farms and stuff like that. What's even weirder is if you stand above the pistons, they won't teleport you, but as soon as you go below them, that's when you get teleported. This nether portal bug is just silly, and a little bit of a flashing warning here, but if you go through another portal and then you switch into spectator mode before you leave the portal animation is just going to continue, meaning that you have the nausea effect the entire time, and the inside portal texture if you're in first-person view. This is just a really terrible bug to prank your friends with, and it's jarring in all of the worst ways. This has become the most popular bug on my channel for some reason, but I present to you the anti-water fountain. This is an infinite sponge that is infinitely being dried out. What's happening here is because we're in a hot biome, sponges actually dry out instantly. If you put a water source next to them, they just instantly absorb that and then dry out, meaning that the sponge can never be wet, so you can do something like this. And this is really easy to build. All you need is literally just one sponge, and then you can just drop down some water on top of it, and that'll start absorbing and turning into an infinite water fountain. By the way, you need a 5-block gap vertically in order for this bug to work. As long as you don't have too much water flowing into the sponge, it won't get overloaded when you reload the chunks, so this should last forever. And yeah, you can do this in the nether too, because Bedrock edition. It's just a thing. You can mostly only do this bug on laggy servers and realms, but if you get it down, it's a really good way to travel. So if you run and continuously jump using your elytra, you can actually get into an infinite elytra mode where you can just fly around your world forever and not need to use any rockets. It's actually a pretty cool bug if you can get the hang of it. Sadly, I don't play on laggy enough worlds to be able to use it properly. I'm very sad. This bug's gotten worse since last time I tried it, but now you can crouch inside of boats and inside of anything else that you can ride in Minecraft. Now, what's happening here is that I'm actually stuck inside of the boat. I have no way of getting out of here unless I break the boat itself. And basically how you do this is you need to open up your remote wheel by holding your remote button. That'll open this little menu in the bottom left. And then the second that you do an emote, you need to also get inside of a boat, and then you'll actually be trapped in here with no way to get out. And that allows you to crouch while you're inside of a boat. This is so cursed. This is the most cursed thing I've ever seen. Half the bugs in this video might be about boats and minecarts, but here's another good one. If you're swimming and then you enter a boat, a bed, or a minecart, then you'll continue the swimming animation as you're doing the bed or boat things, and it's hilarious. One of my favorite bugs. Show this off to your friends and see what their reaction is. It's honestly great. And hopping over to 121 for a second, there's a bug where you can get infinite items from the pots and the trial chambers. If you break these and then place them back down and break them again, you'll continue to get loot from the pots. This is a great resource farm actually, because it gives you every resource in the game, including diamonds, which is just really overpowered. And there's another bug where you could wax the copper grates and they'll just turn into full copper blocks. Yet another way of getting way too much copper in this game. They did fix that bug really quickly, but you know what? I liked it. Let us know what your favorite bugs of the year was down in the comment section, and if you enjoyed this video, then consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys down in the comments and in the next one.